This is Ivan. Him and I are doing an internet web series called The Life of Ivan.
Steve this game while we do this.
He doesn't really like the idea, though. Anyway, during the show, Ivan,
Look at the screen.
Ivan and his friends, Denny, Dave, and a couple others, spend a lot of their time just hanging around once in a while, driving around some places, getting something to eat, or playing games, or even maybe sometimes parkour. Just basically hanging out and having a good time together. So check us out on YouTube/Hatback Productions.
Welcome, citizens of the Kaiju Nation. It's me, Frank Gillen, aka Unit 41. I'm here bringing you another toy review that was in the request video. It is the Devilman Black variant figure based on the character design from Amon Apocalypse of Devilman, the third OVA movie in the Devilman series. Now, just a brief history of Devilman. It started out as a manga and animated series in 1972 by Go Nagai. Then was brought back in various movies, 3 OVAs. The first OVA was The Birth of Devilman, which was made, I think, 87. The second was Devilman, Demon Bird, Silen, which was in, I think, 96 or 94. Then the final OVA movie, which was Amon Apocalypse of Devilman, was made 2000. Now, this is, like I said before, a black variant of the figure. Normally, his chest and his face are a pale, kind of pinkish, peach maybe color. You can just judge from the picture. And his design in particular, I think, is probably the best out of all of them. The first 2 were more like traditional kind of devil style, like with the goat legs and, you know, the buff human body and big wings. But this one, on the other hand, took a really different approach. They actually had like a really just like creepy, almost sickly looking like Devilman that's just insane. He's got all these spikes. His wings are actually a tad smaller. They're a little bigger in the movie, but still rather thin. And his face too. One thing is that his antennas originally were horns, and in the second movie they used them more like antennas, but in this one they basically just kind of cover them both by making them almost like antennas. His head wings are much bigger in this version. Previous versions had them much smaller, and this one's rather big. His tail, he actually has a tail in this one. I think the previous ones didn't really have a tail, or they did, but you never really saw it. But yeah, he has a nice tail. It's really spiky, really cool, but in this figure it doesn't move. It's just kind of on a fixed position, but that's kind of okay. He comes with one of these limited edition stands that come with the other Devilman figures. When it's all done, when you have all the figures collected, you form a Devilman skeleton. I believe this is the hip, part of the tail, and part of the legs. But that comes with the figure. This figure is a good maybe 9-10 inches, maybe a little bigger. But as you can see, it's bigger than the GMK Godzilla, who's a big figure to begin with, and he's rather big. He doesn't really sit in scale with much of my monsters that I own, but he's a very nice figure. I got this actually from a friend at Genericon for about, I think $3. No wait, yeah, $3. And I also received a Mazinger Z figure along with that, which I will be reviewing soon. He's secondhand, but nothing was really missing from him at all. And as I mentioned before, he's a black variant figure, which makes his rarity a little bit more. I'm not sure if you can find these for sale at all, but I know some of them are rather expensive because you really can't find them because Devilman was never really domestically released in America. And the first 2 OVA movies were dubbed in English, but they were a British dub and they were awful. But definitely, If you don't know about Devilman yet, definitely check it out. It's a little strange, a little violent, especially the third movie, which is Alman Apocalypse of Devilman. I've made an AMV of that a while back, and as you can see from some scenes, it's pretty violent. But this figure overall is very nicely detailed. Alright, I better now just adjust the detail level. Alright, his claws are highly detailed. None of them move really. See, he's got the spiked feet. They actually have the bone. You can see the bone in the foot and all that. Just very well detailed. Actually a little bit better than the actual appearance in the movie, but this is just a really good model figure. It does move. It does move. And before I get to that, let me just show you a little bit more detail. In the face, he has, look at that just creepy face right there. You can see that well. But yeah, he's pretty awesome. And he's got the chest detail and like a 9,000 pack. And let's just see the back, where his wings. His wings are connected and those move too. And it's just overall great detail of a figure. Alright, now on to posability. Alright, posability. His arms can rotate 360. I'm not going to really rotate them because they're a little stiff, but they rotate. These can move. He can move at the elbows and move right here, like this, rotate 360. His hands move. You gotta move them kind of slowly or they're going to fall off, but they're easily put back on. His wings move. And this is the only part that was wrong with the figure, is that when this one wing moves down, it kind of just flops down, but this one moves just fine. But that's the only real thing. Torso moves right here. His head moves kind of up and down, just a little bit, not enough, but his head rotates. Right here, like you're kind of seeing, his chest kind of moves up and down like this, kind of if you want to have him like crouching. His legs can move 360. You can move at the knees, and his feet can rotate 360 and bend up and down. The tail doesn't move, like I said, but that's not really a drawback at all. It actually helps level him out, but since being this figure is pretty big, he falls over a lot, but then it was just some simple posing, you can just make sure he doesn't, but yeah, for overall posability and the price I got him at, this is a great figure. If you ever find one for a great price, pick it up and probably pick up the other Devilman figures. Unfortunately, I don't really have any other Devilman figures. I wish I did, but I'm glad I got this one because this is probably my favorite representation of Devilman. And I know those of you who do know about Devilman, I left out one, is the live-action Devilman. Reason being, the live-action movie was not bad. Well, actually, yeah, I can't really say it wasn't bad. It was bad. The CGI, not very good. They tried to condense all three of the OVA movies into one, like, 2-hour movie that was kind of garbage. But if you're really interested in Devilman, first see the OVA movies in Japanese so you don't get the crappy English dub. Watch the live action and you know, judge from that. But other than that, Devilman's a great series by Go Nagai. This is a great figure to have if you can ever find it. And I hope you enjoyed this review. If you have any more questions about Devilman or this figure, please ask, please comment, rate, reply, and review. And please check out my friend's show. I will be appearing in an episode, maybe 4 or 5. I'll post the link attached to the side of this video. Please check them out. Rate and subscribe to them. Friend request them. Because I'm good friends with them. I actually go to school with those guys. And I'll be putting up a couple more previews for the show and a little extras with me and those guys. So yeah, if you could do me that favor, that'd be great, guys. Well, that's all I got. See you guys later. Peace.